Hi, my name is Jack Bertolo. I'm a college chapter development consultant for the Bridge USA national team, and today I'm going to be leading a training into presidential outreach. Outreach for president is a bit different from your traditional outreach VP because especially the presidents are the face of the club and they have to maintain that kind of status and notoriety with admin and with other college campus clubs. So without further ado, let's jump into it. So starting off is administrative connections. We want to make sure we're forming these connections as well as forming campus club connections. A lot of people forget about the administration, but it's very, very beneficial for you to have a connection with them. So you want to promote opportunities of Bridge USA to different schools and different departments on campus and really appeal to the disengaged, apolitical, apathetic, with an incentive, letting them know that Bridge USA is a space for all ideas to be heard and a space for constructive civil discussion to be had. You want to talk with professors and professionals who you may be able to work with if you know someone in the political science department, the philosophy department, sociology, or if you know the department heads. Really reach out to them and let them know who you are, why it's important, and why a connection or collaboration with the admin may be beneficial for both of your parties. How are you going to go about this? Email first, especially for admin. You want to make sure you're emailing unless you have a personal connection already. But email first and then schedule a time to talk more after that. In that first email, you can ask if they want to schedule a Zoom call or a face-to-face email, or a face-to-face meeting rather. But definitely make sure you're emailing first, creating that baseline of communication, and then go from there. So the goal really is to ensure sustainable and collaborative connections. So that's why at the end of every meeting, you want to make sure you have a follow-up meeting. Don't let things run through the cracks, or else you'll lose that connection. Admin's always busy. You're very busy. You want to make sure you're on top of these connections. It's most important. Like I said earlier, administrative connections are the best connections for sustainability. They can provide a grounding for your club, so when you're gone or if there's no chapter leaders to take over your chapter, you'll still have that administrative connection, and they can help basically find other students who might be interested in running this chapter and doing this work. So really prioritizing these administrative connections is so important for sustainability. And like I said, remember you're the face of the club. Don't just push your outreach VP to make these administrative connections. Sometimes that might be okay, but the admin wants to see your face. They want to see the chapter leader if there's going to be any collaboration to be had. So that is the administrative side of things in creating those types of connections. Secondly, we want to look at campus organizations and creating connections and collaborations with other campus orgs. You can see to the left here, a lot of Bridge USA chapters have done this already. Bridge Pittsburgh held a debate between the College Republicans and Democrats in the spring of 2023. Bridge Georgia State University held a debate between the Young Dems, College Republicans, and TPUSA in spring 2023. So these are pretty not easy connections to build, but usually clubs have an incentive to work with other clubs, so you want to make sure you're reaching out to these clubs as well, not just admin or not just one form of collaboration. So advocate first to organizations that will have close ties to Bridge USA. Usually those are political organizations such as College Democrats, College Republicans, or student government, or even like student committees. If it's like the committee of the class of 2024 or class of 2025, something like that. And another big one is fraternities and sororities. They have usually a strong social cohesion, and trying to get those fraternity or sorority or Greek life connections, whether it's a social frat or an academic frat or pre-professional frat or sorority, they are really good connections to have because they can draw a lot of people out and they work kind of as like a hive mind in a way. So try to feel out those connections and see what you can do. And also remember that it's a numbers game at the end of the day. Many people will ignore you, but don't let that to discourage you, because someone at the end of the day will reach back out to you and they will want to have that collaboration and connection with you. And if you're looking for a way to, instead of maybe having a discussion with another group, that like an interested group, if you're looking for a pretty easy, not easy in planning, but an easy way to get different groups involved. College Democrats, College Republicans, they usually love having debates, so I would definitely recommend hosting a debate. This is something that every Bridge USA chapter can aspire to, especially if you have college Democrat and college Republican clubs on campus already, or Turning Point, Green Party, Marxist groups, any kind of political groups like that. Many chapters have been holding these kind of debates, and they definitely can be a pinnacle of Bridge USA event planning for your semester. These can be like the largest events of your semester, and it's a great opportunity to get other people involved with Bridge USA and understand what we do on campuses, and helping to bridge those divides essentially, and have these spaces of discussion where Democrats and Republicans can come together. And lastly here, we talked about advocating to campus organizations and admin. Lastly, this is just general promotion of promoting your chapter. So you want to make sure you're having campus-specific marketing tactics. Know the limits and laws of your campus and your marketing capabilities. Sometimes you might not be able to post a poster here, but you can post a poster here. And other colleges have different rules and regulations, whether it's relating to free speech and how free you can make your speech and how public you can be about marketing your chapter and marketing Bridge USA. So just know the limits and the laws of your campus specifically. And think about your student demographics as well. Really tailor your promotion efforts to your college, your university. Know the student demographics. If there's a small political science department, don't go all in and trying to outreach to the political science department. Think beyond that. If it's a big engineering school, then find ways to outreach to the engineering school. If maybe you host an event on some topic relating to engineering or technology or AI, something like that. Really tailor your operations and tailor your promotion to the student demographics. And lastly, be creative. There is no one size fits all for promoting your campus or promoting your chapter rather. If you have a cool tabling idea, bring it up with your CDC, talk it through, and maybe it can become a reality. The best marketing tactics tend to be the most creative and most outlandish ones, so definitely don't limit yourself to a select few of marketing tactics. Use your minds and try to be creative in your efforts. Most importantly, about promoting your chapter in general, whether it's you or your outreach VP, is really remembering that Bridge is a multi-partisan organization, not a centrist movement. A lot of people might think that we're just a centrist movement trying to find commonalities and arguments and driving a common ground solution. That's not what we are. We're multi-partisan. We have multiple viewpoints, multiple ideologies within the club, within the organization, and we're just trying to highlight and illuminate these nuances and discussions so maybe we can learn from one another at the end of the day. And because Bridge is a multi-partisan movement, that can be a bit hard to market sometimes. So we want to market it differently to Democrats, differently to Republicans. For Democrats, you might market it as a safe space for discussion. To Republicans, you might market it as a marketplace of ideas. So really get creative in your marketing tactics and tailor your marketing to your audience. And as you think about some of these things, keep this in the back of your mind. How can you implement new presidential outreach strategies in your chapter and on your campus? How can you be a better face of the club and outreach and promote your chapter? So think about these things and also think of things you can improve in the future and change to help grow your chapter operations. So with that, we can do a quick knowledge check of what we learned here today. And I'll read the question and the answers, and then you can pause the video before I reveal the answer. So, as a president, how should you outreach on your campus? Option A, you should spam email the entire university and wait for responses. Option B, you should reach out over email or Instagram first, then set up a face-to-face or a Zoom meeting to discuss how you can collaborate. Option C, you should acquire an administrative connections and let them do all the outreach work for you. Or D, you should party with the president of the Democrat and Republican club on campus. So feel free to pause the video here if you'd like to think about the answer, and I will reveal the answer now. The answer is going to be B. You should reach out over email or Instagram first, Instagram especially for college campus clubs, email especially for admin, and then set up a face-to-face meeting or Zoom meeting to discuss how you can collaborate and how you can grow both of your chapters together or both of your parties together, whether it's Bridge and the College Dems, or whether it's Bridge and the Political Science Department. Have that meeting and learn how to collaborate and have those consistent meetings, making sure you're following up after each meeting with a new meeting or a new idea of collaboration. So with that, that wraps up our training on presidential outreach. I hope you have learned something. If you have any questions, comments, feel free to reach out to myself or anyone else on the national team, and we will do our best to help you. So thank you very much and have a great day.